One man's journey to understand everything there is to know about sports has led to many losses. Horrible gaming, mediocre questions, but the guests are cool. And videos where gaming and podcasts combine to show sports, mainly Quidditch and football, from a variety of different angles. Welcome to Gameside Chat.
Hello, well then welcome to my gaming podcast, Gameside Chat. And as you can see, or probably can't see, or you can see with your ears, I'll be playing FIFA today. And at the same time, I'll be talking to Matthew Fenton, who is a United fan, about the recent fortunes of Manchester United as a club and how they've been doing recently. It's going to be fun. Hopefully he doesn't get too annoyed at me. And we'll be playing FIFA at the same time. But, if you're watching on YouTube, give a comment, tell me what you think of it, maybe more questions that I should do in the future. Or if you're listening to it on your, podcast listening services, write to me. Write on my Twitter, Mr. Spaceman88, or my Facebook page with the same name, Mr. Spaceman. You'll be able to find it quite easily. And yeah, give me a comment, tell me what you think. Maybe some new topics I should talk about. But anyways, let's just jump straight into it. Let's not waste your time, and let's go. Okay, so thank you for coming to my podcast. I think it's a good time to start, Fenton. Thank you. You are a United fan?
Yeah.
Which is a shame. So we'll be talking to you about all bad stuff about United and how Chelsea's amazing. And also we're going to be playing FIFA 21 at the same time, squad battles. And we're going to be taking on a crappy team on Legendary, so please don't mess up for me. So you're going to see how great my team is. I really hope we're actually in the same one, otherwise it's going to be quite sad.
What is that kit?
So
that's disgusting.
Okay, fine, I'll pick this one. Better?
Yeah.
I thought it was. We have Willie Nascent, and hopefully I'm not banned from YouTube for saying Willie out loud. Okay, so our first team is going to be this, and I think it's a good place for us to start is, because I watched the game yesterday, all of it, and I have a lot of points about it. And if no one knows, that was sarcasm because I didn't watch a single thing. So you're gonna have to tell me how United did and what was different between yesterday and the previous time we went Başakşehir.
Well, to start with, we played an attacking lineup. So we had like Bruno, Donny, Cavani, Martial, Rashford all on the pitch. So our attacking was incredible, but our defense was still a little bit suspect because Donny and Fred let a lot of space behind them, which was a problem. But luckily their quality wasn't great, so the chances they got were mostly kind of messed up.
Nice.
Which was lucky, to be honest, because they had 2 or 3 really good chances in the first half, but because we could finish, we did better. I mean, we had...
Yeah, for a change, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, we had plenty of chances as well. Like, some of the attacking, actually, one-touch quick passing was a pleasure to see. But, the last game against West Brom where they sat 10 behind the ball and we had to have a few more defensive players on. I think we had Fred and Matic, I think we started against West Brom.
Well, against West Brom?
I think so.
Yikes.
Because... I mean, we just can't trust our defence or our centre-backs even to cover things properly on their own. So we just like to have creativity up the front, and I mean, Martial can't score for some reason this season.
Yeah,
nothing's
I don't know what happened to him. His finishing is bad, yeah.
And Rashford's almost trying to do too much. Like, he had a couple of good runs yesterday and just either messed up the last pass or tried to dribble past one too many players. So, yeah, I mean, second half was terrible, really. We were 3-0 up, and about 10 minutes in, we took off Bruno, Rashford, just for, rest, and the people that came on just obviously aren't as creative.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, fair enough. What's your next game, by the way?
Southampton at the weekend.
Oh, okay. You need the big boys to come in and sort things out.
Yeah, definitely.
But to be fair, I'm kind of surprised because you guys do struggle to break down teams that sit lower. on average. Like
Yeah.
you have better lucks against the stronger teams. The Leipzig that presses so much, and then a random counter. You can score 5 goals.
Yeah, definitely.
And I guess that's the kind of that's the style Ule is trying to build. Is that like the good olden days when you guys played counter-attacking football?
Yeah.
Or
I think
maybe
it's just-
fast-flowing, not counter-attacking.
Like someone suggested that we should play every Premier League game but started with the Champions League anthem. Because we
Maybe. But
I
the
don't
thing
know
is, at
what-
the same time, I mean, it's got to be because, you can play the same way against teams like Southampton. I'll be just happy because they'll just sit back and they're like, yeah, lol. Try countering us if, our most, advanced player is Ben Foster because he has to come out to the box somehow, or whoever, maybe not Ben Foster, but same difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said second half was crap, yeah?
It was. I mean, they scored what was quite a good free kick, and then for like the 10 minutes after that, they were all over us until we got a counter and scored and finished the game off.
Yeah.
But
Oh, wait, so what was the score in the end?
4-1.
Oh, 4-1, right. I thought it was 3-0 at the end. Okay, wow. Yeah. So, okay, that's kind of good. I mean, to be fair, in the second half, it doesn't really matter, does it? If you're
No.
winning 3-0 in the first half.
No.
You can take off literally everyone.
Yeah, I mean, he made all 5 subs just for like rotation.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because I noticed like a lot of teams, big teams, don't make 5 subs for some reason in Champions League.
Yeah, I don't know why.
And then they complain. Yeah, and because now what? You're going to play again in the Champions League next year as well. Next
Yeah,
week.
I hope so.
So you play every week as opposed to, every 2 weeks. So now the rest stuff
Yeah.
is horrible because you don't get much rest.
No, I mean, Wan-Bissaka went off injured. Lindelof went off injured.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
That's
And imagine like you're not even the most pressing team. So your players shouldn't be like super worked. But imagine how Liverpool is. Liverpool's getting wrecked, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, they're still fine, though, aren't they?
They're still good, but that's just because Jurgen Klopp is he's a genius. And now no one can say he's not a genius because like, oh yeah, he spent lots of money on Van Dijk, but he doesn't exist. Like, he's not here anymore.
It doesn't exist.
So, yeah. I do want to ask you a question though, and it's kind of weird because why the hell is De Gea still playing in the Champions League? Isn't the whole point of, the cups to play the other keeper?
I mean, I
What's
guess
wrong with Henderson?
because of what happened last time, or he just maybe wanted to have a bit more assurance. I honestly don't know why Henderson didn't play. Everyone expected him to play, like on the day. There's all talks of him going to be starting, and then De Gea was there. So I can only assume that Ole was just like, well, let's put out our strongest team and try and
Yeah. But try and win it, try and secure it.
secure it.
Nice. But it's crazy because, like, what was that game he played where he made a mistake? The last time he played Henderson, not De Gea.
Henderson, so he played against Besiktas the first time, but one of their goals was his mistake.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's the ones he played really well. He did a lot of saves, so I don't understand why he's not getting the start. Because it's not his fault. Like, if he was making stupid mistakes and just, being all over the place, I get it, but...
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully
I
we'll
don't
see
know.
more of him.
Well, hopefully we'll see more of him. He'll join Sheffield again, or at this rate. He'll have to leave if he wants to make the Euros.
Yeah. So that's the point. We've got 2 very good keepers. So he's... And De Gea is obviously the number 1 because he's been here longer and it's proven why he should be there. And it's just going to take Henderson to break through.
No, I get it, but at the same time, like, De Gea is the better keeper between those two, but you do need him to play occasionally. So, like, the cup stuff, like, I mean, come on, Romero used to play in the Champions Leagues before, so why Henderson, arguably is much better. Why is he not playing?
I cannot answer that.
What do you mean? I thought you're friends with Ule.
Yes, we message daily.
Apparently he's a friend of mine on Football Manager for some reason.
Ole.
So he's a good buddy of mine, and apparently we're like close friends. He's like the best friend I have in the game. It's very weird. So when he got sacked by United, they were like, oh, what do you think? Your best friend buddy got fired, and I was like, oh, it's some rubbish. He's amazing. And then Ole's like, oh, thank you, Timo, for supporting me, blah blah blah. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, yay, I have friends at least online. well, online in a game as well, so it's double fake. Talking about that, the perfect transition. Let's talk about my friend Ole. Do you think he'll be sacked this season?
No. I can't
Do you
see
want him
it.
to be sacked this season?
Because the sacking managers after not very good time for the past 6 years actually hasn't worked. So I just hope they stick with him. I think the fan pressure to get him here in the first place, plus the fact that, we finished, third last year when really we shouldn't have. We're actually getting players that seem to want to play for the club, unlike previously where, not necessarily Lukaku, but like Sanchez, Mkhitaryan didn't really work out. We're buying players like Ibra, who only came for a year. Cavani's the same. I do feel like Cavani will stay that extra year. I just don't see, if we just sack him again, we're going back to where we were 2 years ago, where there's uncertainty around the team. Are the players that we've set in and the kind of formations and tactics that Ollie's put in, they just disappear again, and then the new manager comes in and tries to change it up. I don't see what the point is. I want them to stick with him.
Well, the thing is, especially at this rate, you've tried two approaches. One was, the manager who's like, you know what, I'm the boss here, shut up, do what I say, and it didn't work. And you're like, fine, okay, that didn't work. Let's go to the opposite way. Let's go to a guy who's very nice. He's gonna make sure you're taken care of. You're treated as a, the most important person. Still doesn't work. So what the hell? I feel like United is just completely cursed at this rate.
It's things like that. They have to start bothered. There's all this talk about, is it the manager's fault? Is it the players' fault? Is it the board's fault? But we've changed the players, we've changed the manager, and some of those issues still lie.
But the thing is, there's not really, there's only one world-class player on the team right now, and that's Bruno, and you can see the difference he makes, and that's just one player.
Yeah.
So if you get another Bruno, one more Bruno in defense, and maybe, to be fair, you could do something like Giroud in the team, just you do the Cavani role, because. Again, sorry for transitioning to Chelsea, but Giroud's amazing. He kind of complains that he doesn't play, but then he doesn't make a fuss out of it. He just says, I want to play, boss, and then he trains hard, and then he comes on, 93rd minute, whatever, and scores a match-winning goal. And everyone's like, yep, that's Giroud. He comes to training, he works his ass off, he wants to make the Euros, and absolutely no problem that he doesn't play. He understands that, youth is the way to go, but doesn't mean that he doesn't want to play. And United needs someone like this. Maguire doesn't give that. I thought he would, not gonna lie. Old school English defender would, beat you up if you're playing crap, but turns out that he beats up only policemen.
Cavani's kind of like that, I think, because he's taken 2 months before he got his first actual start. I know there was the international stuff as well. But he's come on, he's just kind of get on with it. And you can see, he's a different player as well, which helps him.
Yeah.
So, Martial, obviously, Martial, Rashford, they both want it to feet. Whereas Cavani's happy to get him, into the box, make those runs.
Well, he's a typical striker, isn't he?
He is.
He's a proper striker, yeah. Man, if you signed him 2 or 3 years ago, that would have been, whew.
Oh, I know.
But yeah, it's like when he came on against Chelsea and out of nowhere, he just almost scored instantly, and you're like, excuse me?
Yeah.
It was terrifying. What was that?
I misclicked.
Yeah. But yeah, and in terms of signings, you're not even being, linked with match changers, or maybe a little bit. Sancho? Who's the other one I sent you recently? It was a completely random guy. Oh, Ansu Fati apparently was meant to come to you, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, the problem is... it's the whole United get linked with everyone who's ever lived and played football on the transfer market. They may or may not be informed. And it's just are we actually going to really realistically pay that money for those players, or are we going to start doing...
the thing is, why not? I understand, Chelsea did a few marquee signings, and marquee signings are always important.
Yeah.
Because they show intent, they show for us signing Havertz and Werner meant no one can fight us in the market. And, we want to be the best, and that's what we did. And that's why I think we're doing so well, because Lampard now actually has the tools to, actually make a team
Yeah. Well, we need
for
that.
a change.
We're supposed to sign Bruno last summer, and we got him in January, and look at the difference he made. So imagine if we had him for the year.
Yeah.
And then we got...
Well, what would probably happen if you sign him at the start was that he started well, and then he probably break down because he got the United fever or whatever it's called.
And then, we've got Van de Beek, who, the strange one, he's definitely more of a squad player because of...
Which is a shame.
Because he's not going to take Bruno's role in the team while Bruno's fit.
But the thing is, he isn't even a Bruno replacement player, so he's more like... if you play the old... Like, the thing is, if he played the old Mourinho role, he would be amazing. He'd be like, he played in the Lampard position a little bit.
Yeah.
The box-to-box guy. And if you put him alongside Fred, have Bruno up front, and maybe have, let's say, Matic, protecting the back four, being the Makelele, that'd be perfect. But that means you'd have to sacrifice Pogba, which you probably should at his form.
Probably should, to be honest. I think Pogba's...
The thing is,
it's going towards the end of his United career, really.
I don't know. I don't know what he needs, though. But yeah, do you think is that the way they play United, by the way? With kind of what's it called? A 4-1-2-1-2, the good old days.
We did for a couple of games when we had kind of... where we had Scott at the base, or Matic at the base, and then Fred and Pogba to the sides, and then Bruno up front. And as the top of the diamond with then two strikers. We did that, and then it worked for the first game. I think the first game was against PSG, and then we did it against Leipzig, and then we brought it to the Premier League, and it didn't work. So I don't know if that was just because of the games or whatever.
Well, I think you just gotta stick to it at the sense. Like, I think Lampard, his system didn't work. Everyone knew it didn't work, but he's like, I don't care. We're gonna make it work. That sort of thing. So
yeah,
Then
I don't know. The 4-3-3 is 4-2-3-1 even. I think it's Ollie's preferred, but you need to make sure we got that balance between, because we started Fred and Donny last night, and whilst we were very good going forward, there was some issues with space in midfield.
Well, as in you're being overrun, or
not overrun, but like Fred and Donny, instead of one staying back, both would go forward to help out, which meant you had Bar with loads of space in front of the defence. So if we're going to do a 4-2-3-1, you need more of like maybe a Scott and a Fred, or a Scott and a Donny. Because Scott is more likely to stay back or hover back.
Yeah, maybe. Are you going to go back in the menus, or what's going on, buddy?
You know me.
Okay, I'm still waiting. So what do you think? What's that dream signing? Okay, maybe not the player, because it's kind of hard, maybe, unless you have a player that you really think. Maybe give a player, or maybe if you don't know, give a position.
Well, I would have said Upamecano, but he didn't really impress me when we played him at Old Trafford.
Well, that seemed like a freak one, though.
Yeah, he didn't have a good day.
It was just everything went wrong for the guy, sadly. So you think you need the centre-back position strengthened above everything else?
Yeah, potentially a proper winger, but then that's maybe... Obviously, we play Greenwood on the right, and while we still got Martial and Cavani fit, he's not going to be the first choice central striker. So I don't Sancho would have been nice, but I don't think
for 105 million.
Yeah, I don't think it's a desperate need anymore. I think we've still got to look at our defence. I like Wan-Bissaka, and I like Tellez, and Shaw's been playing well up until his injury, and maybe even backup right back, because Williams isn't going to get the game time I think he thinks he should get whilst Wan-Bissaka's fit. So
well, that's fair enough, yeah.
And I think the next thing you look at is that Lindelof Maguire. Is it enough? Twanzebe, I like him. I like the way he plays. But is chucking him in when we're really trying to fight for stuff the right play?
Wow.
That is not
but I think that's fine. But it's not at this rate, what Chelsea did last year. You guys needed the moment where it's you know what? We don't care. We have some of our youth, and we're gonna finish where we finish. It's gonna be amazing if we finish, top. If it's gonna be crap, if you finish a bit later. But it doesn't matter in the end. We're just going to try and develop players. And now we have Mount is one of the best players, even though we have, Kai Havertz, Ziyech. Mount plays every game. Yeah. We have Daniel James, who's completely, displaced, what's his face? Aspilicueta, which
Reece
is
James,
almost
Daniel
like...
James. We have Daniel James.
What did I say? Oh, yeah. Reece James. Yeah, sorry. I don't know my own players. And then Abraham is finally starting to score. And you have Giroud, you have Batshuayi, you have all these players coming in. And because Abraham is so good, we had to move Werner on the left. And it's just incredible. So you guys needed a moment where... But you never had it, really. You had we're having a rebuild. But it never got to the stage of... Oh, we're having a rebuild, but we still want to win. And you're just no, that's not how rebuilds work. Last year should have been your rebuild, in theory.
Yeah.
With Ole, get rid of everyone. And he kind of started like this, but then the pressure came on.
Yeah.
And it's kind of I don't know. And then the fans started hating him. Well, on average. What's the angry fan?
Angry fan. Sweaty.
Yeah.
I think though, if Lindelof is injured for a while, Twanzebe will probably book a starting place.
Think so?
Yeah. Whether it be Lindelof and Twanzebe when he comes back, or Maguire and Twanzebe, I don't really know. But
yeah. I mean, Lindelof was the perfect defender, wasn't he, for Mourinho?
Yeah.
Very good at ball playing, very solid. And then something happened. Probably injury.
Yeah, I mean, he's not played badly this season. The only kind of issues he's been having is aerially. Because he's not as tall. Yeah. But then we've got Maguire for that.
Yeah, true. Well, but... Oh, sorry. I was just checking something. But yeah. So you think you need a new centre back, which you probably won't get in the winter because who the hell's going to sell our centre backs?
Yeah.
And either way, if you are hoping to progress, you're not gonna, buy a centre back who can't play in the Champions League because then what's the point?
Yeah, definitely. Because I think
unless you're gonna buy a random one,
we're all right up front.
Yeah.
Our midfield's overloaded with players. Maybe if Pogba goes, just to get someone young, or even develop someone young. Wins Ghana, who's playing for Watford, and you've got a couple of good young midfielders in the under-23s that are into good form this season. So we're okay in the midfield.
Yeah, fair enough. Ooh, I'm just starting to notice the stream. It's very laggy. Well, it could be a problem. This could actually just be a podcast, but that's okay. It's not a problem. Give me a sec. Manu, can you go check the stream? Is it actually laggy? On Twitch? So maybe go on the computer? Oh no! We conceded. This part's gonna be cut out. But yeah. So you think... What about wingers? Who do you think? Is there a name? Don't say Sancho.
I mean, he's kind of the only obvious one. There's no one that immediately pops up. I mean, we're getting Diallo in January.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, to be fair, it'd be a good time to try him. Him and Greenwood.
Yeah.
Just use him, and then focus on something else. To be fair, I was thinking, why couldn't you play Rashford on the right? Is he right-footed or left-footed? By the way, I keep forgetting.
Right-footed. That's why we played him last night, and at the beginning.
Yeah, he can play right wing, or worst case scenario, play Martial on the right wing to cut in.
Yeah.
And then buy a proper a striker, maybe even play Cavani, or is a Gallo still with you?
Yeah, he is. I haven't seen him in ages.
Man. Poor dude.
Because we got Cavani, he's just being completely pushed out.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's what we did. We had Cavani up the middle, Martial left, Rashford right.
Oh, okay. So you're trying that. I mean, to be fair, if Martial ever finds form again, that'll be good. But
yeah, definitely.
But I think he's the kind of player that very much depends on his, fitness and his mental fitness as well.
Yeah.
Sad, but what can you do? Oh man. So if Uli is to go, who do you want to replace him?
Me.
Let's just say lol. Well, then play Football Manager, mate. Told you. Do you have a name? Let's just say fine. Not who's available, just your dream manager.
Team manager.
If you're gonna say Sir Alex, I'm gonna be like,
Nagelsmann.
bruh. Nagelsmann, yeah, probably.
Because I'm not sure about the whole get Poch in. on
Well, if you
Twitter.
want to not win, then get Pochin.
But I mean, as much as Nagelsmann hasn't, I don't know if he's won anything either, but he's taken a team.
I mean, he pretty much created Leipzig.
Leipzig, yeah. And you can see there's a philosophy there that they all play to.
Yeah. Oh, but to be fair, from a opposite fan perspective, I really don't want you to get Nagelsmann because he'll probably kill his career and then he'll like start managing in Zenit or whatever. That's those kind of jobs. Like Pochettino's rumored to be getting soon.
What, really?
Yeah, he's rumored, but I think to be fair, it would make sense for him to take a job for 6 months. You know how much money he would get.
Yeah.
And he'd probably win the league because it's Zenit, and then get a lot of money, and then join a bigger team in the summer.
Yeah.
But like,
I don't know where he would go though. Poch.
yeah, I don't know if there's a team for him really, right now.
No.
Like probably the only place it would be probably Juventus if Pirlo doesn't stick, or maybe probably United. I guess maybe City if they sack Pep, but they just gave him a contract. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I am not too sure. Who's your favorite player at United?
favorite player at United.
Yeah.
Well, I really enjoy watching Mata play.
Oh yeah, of course.
He's just such a smart player, and him and Bruno.
He is amazing.
So well. I love Wan-Bissaka for the tackles as well. Just
Oh man, the weirdest tackles I've seen in the game, but they just work.
it's like he just challenges people to try and go past him, and then backs himself. It's great.
It's almost like he's trying to play with them, like playing with the food sort of things. Like, you're gonna get man, I'm gonna tackle you from the back. It's just like you can't do things like this. That's just mean. Like I'm pretty sure some people just continue running because they still think they have the ball while Bissaka is already making an attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, to be fair, I'm surprised. I thought you would have said Bruno, but that's why I put in the notes. It says, it's the second question of someone else, but Bruno. But okay, I'm happy.
I can't not like him because of what he's done for us. So.
Yeah. Well, he's made you great again. Well, to an extent.
Maybe.
So it's kind of nice.
I'm so glad you
that was a
finished
dink
that.
and a half. Why?
Because it was such a good through ball.
I mean, yeah, it also takes Human Son to score. And as you see, my team is doing well and I have 0 United players and 6 or 7 Chelsea ones. So that just shows you the difference between teams.
Where are your Chelsea players?
What do you mean? Mount, Havertz. Oh, I had
Where?
Werner, but I sold him.
I've seen
What do you mean, where?
Son, Salah.
Chilwell.
I've seen Laporte.
Look, I'll show you.
Jimenez.
That was Kai Havertz shooting. Check the squad out again. Do you see it now?
So okay, so you've got 3 Chelsea players.
Ah, okay. Well, I had 5 before today, actually. So, my bad. Right. Who's your favorite player not at United?
Good question.
It's gotta be a Chelsea player, surely.
No, it's not. I was annoyed you signed
Why,
Ziyech, but he's not my favourite player outside United.
He is good, though. You're probably gonna say Kevin De Bruyne or something.
No. He's a City player. I can't say I like him. I mean, James, I always thought we should get United, but hasn't come. And he's not at
Yeah, what? Yeah. I still heard you guys are getting Schneider, so... he's gonna come one day. Maybe James will come, as a director of football in 30 years, finally. Or whatever.
Oh God, can you imagine?
Oh, yeah. But yeah, nice. So you basically need another advanced playmaker then.
No,
That's
I just like it. Really.
Well, not like Kante, not like Son, not like... Unbelievable.
No, well, I mean,
I think
if we did that, we'd play 4-2-2-2, wouldn't you? And have like Marshall and Rashford as just. What was the keeper?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Dude, imagine if United got Kante. You know, there was rumors you guys are going to steal him from us as well. And I'm like, just imagine right now Kante, and then you have Van de Beek, Fred, and Bruno.
Yeah.
Just that's it. You won. Although, to be fair, you probably would still mess up because Rashford and Martial can't finish.
That's not true. Rashford's got the most goals in the Champions League. No, Haaland does. He's got the second most.
Yeah, Haaland. Yeah. Yeah, but because he scored the 4 games and the penalty. So.
No, he's got a hat-trick, a penalty, and a non-penalty. He scored against
true.
PSG.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, to be fair, who else? Who else is going to score against PSG if not Rashford?
Bruno from the spot.
Like in the good old days. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Just last thing before I guess we're almost done anyways, second game. Do you really think that Bruno was just being nice, or do you reckon a little bit on his mind is the fact that he doesn't want to score penalties anymore?
I do think it is him trying to get his other team to score, because like it's all very well. He's as much as he's scoring goals, it's not his main job, is it? It's like to create as well. So I think him saying, okay, so now we can say, oh, Rashford scored last night, whereas before it would have been Bruno scored a hat-trick. Which is cool, which is good, obviously. Probably some selfish side would be like, yeah, Bruno, take it. But it's
so you think it's from a sharing goals perspective, not like just a personal thing of please stop calling me Penandes?
Yeah. I mean, he even said in the post-match interview, somewhat the interview was something about penalties, and he goes, oh, that's all I ever score, isn't it? And started laughing.
Yeah.
So he knows, like there's nothing. I mean, as much as people say, yes, got all the penalties, is that penalty taker? Like, imagine if, say it was, I don't know, who's Chelsea's penalty taker? Werner?
Well, it used to be Jorginho until he missed a few.
Okay, well, imagine Chelsea were getting as many penalties as United and Werner was suddenly top of the scoring charts. Everyone would just be like, oh, Werner only scores penalties. It'd be the same for who.
Yeah, that's true, exactly. Yeah. But I mean, no, I think to be fair, like it's a little bit more funny for some reason when it's United. You know, if Chelsea had this thing, I'm pretty sure like if Werner only scored penalties, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be that big of a, like it would still be a meme, but it wouldn't be as big of a meme. But for United, it's instantly like times 2 or 3, you know?
Yeah, I get what you mean. Everyone hates us.
It's like, oh, ha, 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 you know, Penandes, ha. Because, and there's also no like, for Werner, what is it? But yeah, I can't even imagine. Like, you know, Ronaldo's Pinaldo, Messi's Pessi, but Werner, what would he be?
Perner.
Like, Perner, it's just, it doesn't make sense. Plus he's German, that's what they do, they score penalties.
Yeah.
Like. Nice. Well, see, my team is good, you're enjoying playing this?
No. Too many players that are all from rival teams.
Yeah. I mean, I could just quickly talk about FIFA. How's your FIFA doing?
Badly.
Enjoying it? Have you played much?
I made someone rage
recently
yesterday, so that was nice.
What'd you do?
It was like 2-0 in 20 minutes, 15 minutes.
Oh, nice, nice. Did you do the thing that I told you to not play for 2 weeks?
Yeah. I haven't got any packs yet.
And
so
did you get...
see if there's...
Oh, well, do random squad battles. SBCs.
Yeah. Need players.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I had like a huge amount of players. Like, you know, who did I get? I got Salah out of nowhere. Then I got Ter Stegen. Then I got Gomez. Then I got... who did I get that was big as well? Like, this year FIFA has been kind to me. But I think it's kind to me because I completely don't like it. It's just like I'm already done. I'm feeling the same way I used to feel in like spring, where I'm burning out already, and I haven't even played half of the games I played. Maybe even like a third. Like what I'm on right now. Probably 200 games played? Yeah, I just crossed 200. Or I'm gonna cross 200 today. Like, how about you? How many games do you have?
I have less than 100.
Oh, wait, what?
No, I have 100. I have exactly 100.
Oh, you played all... Oh, I thought... Oh. Because I think at some point we had this thing where we're on the same points. Are you sure you've only played 100 games?
Yeah.
All right, well, nice. Yeah, because I thought we were on the same points.
No. Well, I mean, I didn't play for like 2 weeks because I got annoyed at it.
Yeah, I think like maximum a day. Well, not a day. If I do sit down to play, it's probably like 2 or 3 games now. I can't do more than that.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
It's just not fun. Oh, also, by the way, like I guess while I'm opening packs, Football Manager is being mean to me.
Why?
Because the game released, and I think they changed the weighting because everyone's complaining on how easy it was, to win.
Yeah.
And so what they did was I think they tweaked it for the full release, and basically my tactics that used to work don't work anymore. And like currently right now, as I'm recording this, I'm playing a random team in the 3rd division of Spain as Spartak, and have this fancy setup with it's weird. It's like 2 players at the back.
Yeah.
Then I have a half-back a bit higher up and 2 very advanced wingbacks, and it used to work for me. And the rest is kind of like 2-1-2 after that. And it used to work wonders for me. And now I'm just getting absolutely wrecked against this team in the 3rd division of Spain. And I'm not even, it's a friendly, but I don't like it. It's like, what? How does it go from, a very good team to absolute crap? So, yep. So my channel's going to suffer for that. Yeah, so if you want to go check out my video, go check it out now. It's already released. You get to see me rage. I'll go crazy. Oh man!
Still after the loss.
Huh? Oh, dude, yeah, it was pathetic. After the loss and after failure of recording 3 times, which to be fair, I lost all 3 times. So I thought I was being cheeky, because the recordings didn't work, and I was like, "Ooh, it's a blessing." Maybe the game wants me to win. Nope, it didn't. Which is sad. Yeah. But anyways, thank you for coming. Thank you for discussing United. I know it caused you lots of pain, and I'm sorry to poke holes in that.
What do you mean? We did well yesterday. It would have been a very different story if we lost.
For a change, yeah. That's why I was trying to do it when you were when you lost, but sadly not. Not.
Good job it wasn't after the Spurs game.
Oh, I should have done that. I should have timed it. I think every time United's going to lose, I'm like, oh, coincidentally, do you want to go on a podcast? And I promise, like, it's going to be, oh, let's talk about whatever, Liverpool. And then suddenly, like, oh yeah, what do you think of yesterday's result? And then you instantly disconnect.
Yeah, I was hanging around for that.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, no, bye. Thanks for joining me. Go put your Christmas tree up as soon as you can.
Yeah, we need to get one first.
Huh?
We need to get it.
Just order it, mate. Man, you should order now because the Christmas trees are going out.
Well, Sainsbury's have some, so we can just go down to the shop.
Anyways, thanks for chatting, mate.
All right, no problem.
All right, see you, bud.
Bye.
So yeah, that was that. That was my conversation with Matthew Fenton. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed watching it if you're watching on YouTube. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, that sort of stuff. And if you haven't, if you've been watching on, if you've been watching with your ears, as I like to say, like I said, go to my Facebook page, go to my Twitter page. As I mentioned, Mr. Spaceman88, you'll be able to see it. Leave a like, comment right to my page. Say, hey, you should talk about this, or maybe you shouldn't talk about this, or how about ask this questions, or maybe try this game. But anyways, it's been another episode of Gameside Chat. I thank you, and I'll see you, or I'll hear you guys, or you'll hear me in a new episode. Bye, guys.